Hello and welcome back to Know Your Worth. I am Will Johnson, founder and operator of FYPM Staffing and Finding Your Personnel Management LLC. I want to introduce my co-host, Latoya Sutton of Global Placement Services. Tell us a little bit about you and what your company does.
Yes, so my name is Latoya Sutton. I am the founder and CEO of Global Placement Services. So, what we do is we partner with organizations to help them fill their most critical positions. We also do career coaching, and we are creating a recruiting academy for those who are interested in being a recruiter. And that's
Okay.
pretty
Okay, perfect. So we're going to start off with the question that I got that spawned into like 7 or 8 questions. What should you do after an interview? How quickly should you call,
much.
email, things of that nature to make sure the recruiter and the company knows that you are in the position?
Okay. So the first thing that you want to do is send a thank you note. You want to do that immediately after your interview. If you are not able to send it immediately after your interview, you need to send your thank you note within 24 hours of your interview, okay? This is what's going to put you in front of your competition and those who are trying to get the same position that you are also interviewing to get. So that's the number one thing that you want to do. Now, as far as follow up, you want to follow up with the recruiter if you have not heard from them by the time that they say they will reconnect with you. So let's say if they say, I will contact you within a week from today. If it's been over a week, go ahead and send a follow up email to that recruiter. If they say they're going to contact you within 72 hours, you haven't heard from them, then go ahead and send a follow up to that recruiter. The standard follow up is every week, send a quick note just to let them know that the recruiter, just to let the recruiter know that you're still interested, that you're still available, that you're still in the job market. Just a quick note. Now, if you're unsure where you are in the interviewing process, it is okay to ask those questions, but you do not want to continue to ask those questions to the recruiter. This way, we know that you're not listening to us and we're just waiting for that feedback. So, weekly will be standard.
Definitely. And I think you should even start a little bit before then. I did a video that you can find on all my channels. And it's the one of the last questions they ask you. What questions do you have for us? One question should always be, what are the next steps in the hiring process? And that question could tell you the 72 hours, the week. Because just so you know, again, the numbers are 50 to 100 people have applied. After that, we get it down to 10, then we pick like 5 to 7. We're going to call our top three. Five if a couple people don't want to answer. But if you get on the phone with us or on the Zoom or whatever medium that we use, we want you. We had to sift through all of those people to get to you. So know that you're in the running. So I know it can be anxious. I know it can be nerve wracking because we also apply for positions. So I don't want you to think that on one side I don't understand because I'm on both sides of it. But just know that you're one of the top people. So if you definitely ask that question at the end, what are the next steps? How quickly are you looking to fill? Those questions will gauge when you should reach back out. I definitely like the thank you note. Then again, once a week for me, because
Right.
we have to be able to go back and speak with the hiring manager on all the people that we interviewed. So if we interview you on Monday and our next interview is until Wednesday, the hiring manager has not had a chance to look through everybody's information or the write up that we've done for them. So please give us at least a week because within a week, everybody should be interviewed for that position.
Right. Right.
Okay. I'm going to go to a question. Somebody sent us a question. And again, I want to apologize. We were going live, but I am having internet issues because I live in Atlanta and we've been having bad storms and we're having shaky internet right now. So we had to get off live and just tape it. Going forward, we will be live because the internet should be up and running. So to back up on that question, somebody asked, what should be in the thank you note that you email to your recruiter?
Mm. And I think you want to thank them for spending the time to meet with you. You want to let them know that you enjoyed learning more about the opportunities and how you and how what value you can bring. So you want to say thank you. You want to reiterate what your call was about and what you learned from that recruiter. And then lastly, you want to share your value and then also put your contact information. So that's the order
Perfect.
how I create my thank you notes after an interview.
I would only add one thing. Please reiterate how excited you are about this opportunity.
Absolutely.
And you might just want to put 2 lines. I'm really excited about this opportunity because it could be 1 or 2 sentences.
Yep.
And just something you learned during the interview process. And if you put that in there, now I know, number one, you were listening to me when we were going through the things, you were actively a part of this interviewing process. That'll
Absolutely.
put you at the top for us.
Right.
The next question is, and this is a completely different question, but I've been getting some really good questions on IG and Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, but YouTube. The other question is, how do you find a recruiter for a position that you're interested in? How do you think they should go about it?
LinkedIn.
Okay.
Connect with that recruiter on LinkedIn. So you want to look up the organization and you want to look up recruiter or talent acquisition or human resources or the department that you're going into. You want to find out who those people are. You want to connect with them on LinkedIn and send them a quick note. Thank you for connecting with me, or you know, send a quick note to let them know that you're interested. You've seen the position open. So the number one platform right now to get in front of a recruiter, which is so easy today, is utilizing LinkedIn. Another way that you can get in front of those recruiters is going onto Facebook. So recruiters create company pages or recruiting pages to find talent like you. So you can also look on Facebook because recruiters have Facebook pages. It's not their personal pages. They have Facebook pages to find talent again like you. So number one, LinkedIn. Number two would be either Facebook or social media. Right now, I've seen recruiters create pages on Instagram as well, posting job openings that they have. So you can use hashtags with your city and state. You can use hashtags for job opportunities in North Carolina, and those jobs will appear by them using those hashtags. So I would say social media, but number one, LinkedIn.
Okay. And I just want to throw out I don't know how to say this, but if you're going to look on your social media pages, first of all, LinkedIn, please be up to date. Please have
Yes.
all your information up to date because when I look at you and your LinkedIn hasn't been updated in 5 years, now I'm not going to reach out to you.
And it could also be, let's say they haven't updated their LinkedIn profile and they're reaching out to you, Will, for a job opportunity, and you go to their platform and you see that they don't have any job experience, but they really, or they do have the experience and the skills, they just haven't reflected it on their LinkedIn profile. So at times I
Exactly.
might go the extra mile and ask them for their updated resume, but a lot of recruiters don't do that because they're dealing with hundreds of people every day. So be proactive, and like Wilfred said, update your LinkedIn, or if you're connecting and once they accept that connection, send them your updated resume and let them know why you're contacting them.
Immediately. The
Yeah.
other thing is, if you're reaching out on Facebook and Instagram, make sure your page is clean enough for you to be looked at as a viable candidate. Facebook and IG, like, so me and Latoya worked for a company. I'm going to give you a quick story. So we would get so many people wanting to work for the specific companies that was under the umbrella that our company was in. So to narrow down all of the hiring process, I had several hiring managers who would go to your YouTube, not to you, but to go to your Facebook or your IG. And as soon as they saw something they didn't like or a post they didn't like, they would say, "We can't hire this person." So the caveat is you can definitely go to Facebook, you can definitely go to IG, Either hide some of the things you don't want your mother to see because that's going to be kind of the standard. But if you're using them, definitely it is a great tool, but just make sure you look professional on there. Now, back to LinkedIn, the thing I will say, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Nope, I wanted just to say, piggyback on what you mentioned about Facebook and making sure that they have a clean and presentable page. Now, we've seen some things, when, candidates are applying to these positions using their personal Facebook page, just like recruiters create other pages so you don't know about their personal lives. I create a Facebook page, create a job Facebook page so that they can see and learn more about you. But if you have nothing to hide and nothing that we can come to your Facebook page and see that will hinder the organization, then don't use that page. Just go ahead and create something new, because I've seen people apply to positions and we go directly to your Facebook page and we cannot present this to the leaders, knowing what we know about you. It's not saying that you can't be yourself, but it's all the way in how you present yourself, just like you do in an interview. Just like when you create your resume, it's all about the appearance, it's all about how you represent yourself and also how you're going to represent the organization. So take that extra mile when it comes to your social media pages as well.
Definitely. And then, yes, definitely when applying. And I like that idea. But the other thing is, let me say this. So for LinkedIn, if you're looking for something specific, recruiters who recruit for and whatever you're looking for, it's an excellent way. And as a recruiter, we love when you reach out to us. We absolutely love it. So please understand that extra mile it'll put you towards the top as long as you have the requisite background that we're looking for. So keep that in mind. If you reach out to us, it is like, yes, because we might not have seen you in the net that we cast to go ahead and find you. Well, those answer our questions for today. So thank you so much, LaToya. Please tell everybody what you have coming up, like over the next week.
For the next week's show, I have a show coming up on Wednesday, May 12th. It's called Trauma in the Workplace. I have a licensed counselor who's going to be participating on the show to help you to deal with trauma and stress in the workplace. And then Thursday, I do have an upcoming show. I don't have the title for that just yet, but we do have another show, 8:30 in the morning on May 13th.
On Wednesday, what time is that show?
That will be at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be live on YouTube and also on Facebook.
Okay. Tell everybody a little bit about the Recruiting Academy that you have coming out.
Okay, so the Recruiting Academy is designed for people who are interested in improving their current skill sets as recruiters, and also those who are interested in being a recruiter. So we are partnering with colleges and universities within the business department that are interested in going into the HR field, and if recruitment is the part that they're interested in going into, we help prepare them for the workplace and how to be successful within their position. You'll also get a certificate, and then you'll also have the opportunity to partner with Global Placement Services as a recruiting contractor once you complete the academy to help us fill some of these positions with the organizations that we have partnered with.
Okay, really good. So where can we find you at?
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and also YouTube. You can look up Global Placement Services, and that's where you can find me. You can also contact me via email by info@globalplacementservices.com.
All right, thank you so much. Again, I'm Wilfred Johnson. Sorry about that. I can be reached at FYPM_staffing, IG, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn. On Facebook, it is Finding Your Personnel Management. Again, this was Know Your Worth, and we will see you again in 2 weeks. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.